Hey folks, and welcome back to Canada's Boxing Channel. It's Saturday, it's the summer solstice, it's June the 21st, and I hope everyone's doing well. Hope the weekend is panning out just as you'd like it to. For me, I'm gonna have an interesting choice of things to do today. I can either mow lawns or I can brush cut. So there you go. That's living life on the edge for you. Anyhow, to boxing. We have, what is it? Today, 21st, we have 4 Saturdays, clear Saturdays, before we are faced with the big, undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. July the 19th, Wembley Stadium, United Kingdom, Olexander Usyk, Daniel Dubois, 2. Now, as you probably all know, certainly anybody who's watched my channel before, I'm Team Usyk. I'm Team Usyk all the way. I like Alexander Usyk's performance in the ring. I mean, who doesn't? I also like his deportment and character, or at least perceived character, outside of the ring. And this is not to say that I have a big sort of hate on or anything for Daniel Dubois. Nothing against Daniel Dubois. I don't like his team, as you know, but Dubois himself seems like a very nice, simple young guy who's obviously extremely talented. But I want Usyk to win. So just want to put that out there so you all know that I'm not entirely unbiased on this particular issue. But what I've done is I made some notes. I figured what I would do today is I would talk about 5 ways Daniel Dubois could win. And then I thought next Saturday I would talk about 5 ways Alexander Usyk could win. And then I thought the following Saturday I could do an overall video, honestly picking a winner. And then on that final Saturday before fight week, I would fine tune and make any adjustments. So that's my plan, to talk about Dubois and Usyk too. I think there's a few videos in here. It's an exciting fight. It's for all the marbles, as they used to say. It's in the UK, Wembley Stadium. It should, I would imagine, be sold out. So that's 90-something thousand. And I would imagine that it will have a huge worldwide audience. So, let's see. Let's see how Daniel Dubois could win. I will say that the bookies' odds, of course, are favouring Usyk to win. And that's fair. I mean, the man's a master boxer. But there are ways that Dubois could walk away with all the belts. Some are clean. And some are just a little murkier, shall we say. All right. I'm going to refer to my notes because I don't want to miss anything. Okay, so the first way that Dubois could win is a straight, clean knockout. This is the most straightforward, and for Dubois and his team, the most satisfying. There would be no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We've seen his power, and when he connects, he can end a fight. Ask Anthony Joshua if you have any doubts about that. Usyk is brilliant, yes, but he's not untouchable. He was buzzed a bit in fights before. Fury's buzzed him. AJ buzzed him. Dubois buzzed him. And we know Dubois can go to the body, which is perceived to be Usyk's weakness. So if he found that sweet spot right down on the belly, again, but this time it's ruled legal, so just a couple of inches maybe above where it was last time. And then Dubois follows it up with a headshot or maybe another crushing body shot. He could end it before the final bell. Not likely, but not out of the question by any stretch of the imagination. If Dubois lands clean, it could be over for Usyk. Now, second way. This is tougher, but it's a legitimate points win. It would take the best boxing performance of Daniel Dubois' life. Seriously, he'd have to be in perfect condition with a rock-solid game plan. He'd need to cut the ring, control the pace. He'd need to use his jab. He'd need to disrupt Usyk's rhythm. And he'd need to go to the body with purpose all night. Could slow Usyk down early, maybe even hurt him. Keep the rounds close, grab swing rounds. If he did all that perfectly, he might pull off a legit points victory. It would shock a lot of people, but it's not impossible. Okay? So those are two entirely legit ways to win. KO, points win. Now, this is where we get a bit murky. Option 3, a TKO that comes after what you might call allowed illegality. Let me explain. So boxing is full of fights where a guy can get away with borderline tactics. Low blows, rabbit punches, kidney punches, subtle headbutts. Now, Dubois is arguably a little bit of a dirty fighter. Some people would say no, some people would say yes, okay? But arguably. And if he's desperate and the ref is lenient, or the ref just misses something, he might find success with borderline shots, maybe use of the head. A few more of those borderline kind of things land. The ref doesn't step in. Usyk might be worn down or even stopped. It wouldn't be clean, it wouldn't be pretty, and it would spark serious controversy. But it would go down as a win on the record books. And then there would be a brouhaha about whether or not a trilogy would take place, etc., etc. Fourth, a close, hotly contested decision win. It could be a close and controversial fight. Think of a scenario like this. Dubois starts strong. He injures Usyk maybe. He puts him down maybe. He has him troubled. Usyk fights back. Usyk comes back. Usyk finds more gears. Usyk does well in the second half of the fight. But the judges, they remember the power punches early, and they could look at the pressure that Usyk was put under early, and they could give it to Dubois. It wouldn't be a robbery per se, but it would be hotly contested and debated. And Dubois, hey, he wins. And then last but not least is the flat out robbery. We've seen it before. Usyk could be outboxed for 10 or 11 rounds, but if the fight is close or close enough, or certain judges are swayed by aggression, by the baying and the howling of the crowd, he could win a majority decision, split decision. Most people think that Usyk did enough. You know, you got to beat the man to be the man. But this is boxing. Stranger things have happened. And let's be real. Usyk is the international fighter going into a rematch. Some people feel he got lucky in the first fight. I don't, but some people do. Promotion's big, masses and masses of money. Usyk's nearing the end of his career. Dubois is young, up and coming, prime. You never know. You never know. So there you have it. 5 ways Daniel Dubois could beat Olexander Usyk in their July rematch. 1 is a clean KO. If he's going to win, that's how I want it to be. 2, a legit points win. 3, a TKO from something just over the line. You know, enough to cause a lot of people to be mad. 4, a razor-thin points win, controversy, people arguing, but razor-thin. And then 5, a flat-out robbery. Which of these is going to happen? Well, I hope none of them, but if Dubois is going to win, I hope it's number 1 or number 2. Let me know in the comments section, if Dubois is going to win, which do you think is the most likely? And if you think I've missed a 6th option, let me know. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to, let me start that again. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you on the next video. Have a fabulous day wherever you are. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.